Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating books on how our minds work, Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. This isn't just another psychology book, it's a guide to understanding why we make the choices we do every day. Think of it as a map to the mental shortcuts that drive our decisions, sometimes without us even knowing. Kahneman reveals the two systems that shape how we think and explains why we're quick to jump to conclusions one moment and deep in thought the next. By the end, you'll know how to spot these mental patterns, make better decisions, and maybe even outsmart your own brain. Sound interesting? Let's jump in. Lesson 1. Meet System 1 and System 2. Alright, first up, let's meet our thinking systems. System 1 is our automatic, fast-thinking brain. T's the one that helps us recognize a friend in a crowd or react quickly if something startles us. Then there's System 2, the slower, more logical side. This system steps in when you're solving a puzzle or making a big decision. So, System 1 is like your brain's autopilot, while System 2 is the analyst that needs time to weigh things out. Both are essential, but they don't always agree, so knowing when to switch between them is key. Lesson 2. The power of mental shortcuts. Now, let's talk about mental shortcuts, or heuristics. These are little brain hacks that help us make decisions quickly, but they can sometimes lead us astray. One of Kahneman's examples is the availability heuristic, where we judge how common something is by how quickly it comes to mind. This is why we might overestimate how likely a shark attack is after watching Jaws. Knowing about these shortcuts lets us catch ourselves before making quick, but not so smart choices. Lesson 3. Anchoring. The power of first impressions. Ever see a shirt that's $100 marked down to $50, and suddenly $50 feels like a steal? That's anchoring. It's when we latch onto the first piece of info we get, even if it doesn't make total sense. This effect is huge in sales and negotiations, and it's why the original price always looks so much higher. Kahneman's advice: be aware of that first number and pause to think if it's really a deal or just clever marketing. Lesson 4. Loss aversion. Why losing feels so bad. Let's get into something Kahneman calls loss aversion. Basically, we hate losing way more than we like winning. Losing $10 feels worse than gaining $10 feels good. This can make us overly cautious, especially with decisions where we're afraid of losing out. But Kahneman says if we know about this tendency, we can learn to take smart risks without fear holding us back. Lesson 5. The halo effect. Judging books by their covers. The halo effect is all about how first impressions can overshadow the details. If we think someone is charming, we might assume they're also kind or smart without real evidence. This can lead to quick, biased judgments. Kahneman's tip: just be aware of it and give people a fair shot by looking beyond that first impression. Lesson 6. Overconfidence. When we're too sure of ourselves. Now, let's talk about overconfidence. We all think we're experts sometimes, especially in things we care about. But Kahneman found that we often think we know more than we do, which can lead to some big mistakes. This bias is common in investing, where people think they can predict the market. The takeaway: stay grounded and be open to the idea that you don't know everything. It might just save you from risky choices. Lesson 7. Prospect theory. Gains and losses feel different. Prospect theory explains why we react differently to gains and losses. Kahneman found that people are more cautious about potential gains but take risks when they face losses. This is why gamblers might keep going after losses but hold back when they're winning. Knowing this can help us think more clearly about risks and rewards and avoid decisions we might regret later. And that's a wrap on our exploration of thinking fast and slow. Daniel Kahneman's insights into our thought processes offer a profound understanding of how we make decisions, navigate daily challenges, and interact with the world around us. By recognizing the roles of System 1 and System 2, we can become more aware of our automatic reactions and learn to engage our slower, more deliberate thinking when it matters most. Understanding concepts like the availability heuristic, loss aversion, and the halo effect equips us with the tools to identify biases that could steer us off course. This knowledge not only empowers us to make better choices, but also helps us communicate more effectively with others, fostering improved relationships and collaboration. So, the next time you're faced with a decision, be it big or small, remember to pause and consider which system you're using. Are you relying on quick instincts, or are you taking the time to weigh your options? By mastering the balance between these two modes of thinking, you can enhance your decision-making and ultimately lead a more intentional life. Thank you for joining us today. If you found these insights valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear how you plan to apply Kahneman's lessons in your own life. Until next time, keep thinking critically and embracing the complexities of your mind.